How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great as well. I went to the gym today. It's Monday, so I'm feeling like I started off on a good note. Nice.
Okay.
And how is your morning going on?
My morning is going well till now. Yeah.
So, like, what's your ideal morning routine? How do you like to start your mornings?
My morning starts at 5 o'clock because I'm early bed and as I'm a housewife, so I have a lot of work. So every day I get up 5 in the morning.
So, you're a
Yeah.
morning person. You can even say that you're a morning lark. Morning lark is also morning person,
Morning,
early bird.
lark. Okay.
So, early bird, morning lark, morning person, they're all synonyms.
Okay.
Well, I am also, we can say, a housewife. I like to call myself house manager. So it's very
Oh.
difficult for me to like juggle everything and
Mhm.
get everything done.
Yes.
Okay. So when you first got married, was it difficult for you to, adjust to being married and having responsibilities?
Actually, yes, because as when we live to a parents' home, that time we have very less responsibility
Right.
and we take all the things like as a granted, but after marriage we have to do lots of things. And in my case, after marriage, that time I was working, so it was difficult for me to manage household chores, along with that go office, and there I also, so it was really tough. But after doing the same thing again and again, I learned how to manage both the things.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got married. I think it's going to be 2 years in June. So I'm pretty new to being married. But so I struggle a lot at times. It has become easier over the past few months, but initially
Mhm.
it was very difficult. I did not know how to cook, and I had to, like I had no personal space. I felt like
Okay.
it was a struggle. Also, my husband, he's in the defense, so we keep on moving a lot. So packing, moving, shifting, moving to a new house, new place, new people. So that was
Mhm.
also very overwhelming.
So as you told a few months ago, you learned everything how to manage. So what are the thing you get that now you have learned how to manage everything?
See, before I got married, I used to sleep late, wake up late. My mother used to make breakfast. I didn't have to worry about cooking or ordering groceries. I would wake up, I would eat, I would do my work, and I would spend like 3 hours at the gym because I love to work out.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
And I could come back late. I didn't have to worry about, food being prepared or
Mhm.
even like normal household things. I didn't have to worry about bills or this or that. But now that I live alone, I have to make sure that there are groceries in the fridge, things are being done, laundry is being washed, it's being folded and kept back. And we have a dog now also. So I
Okay.
think adopting a dog, we adopted him. He's 8 years old. So he came to a new family. So it was difficult for
Mhm.
us and for him also. So I think it
Okay.
was a lot of changes, and I was, used to being in my comfort zone, and I had to come out of my comfort zone and take on
Mhm.
things at once. So I
Actually,
think,
I'm very curious. Like, how did you learn cooking after marriage or before marriage? You learned few of the things.
hey, see, honestly, I am not a foodie. I don't like food. Even before I got married, because I work out a lot. I love to lift heavy and I go to the gym every day. So I just used to eat a lot of eggs and boiled vegetables. I never ate rotis. And I
Okay.
didn't like cooking also. I would help my mom with other things, but never, I had no interest in cooking. So I learned from YouTube. So the first time I remember I made a dal, and the
Mhm.
water went sideways, and then there was dal, and there were like onions,
Okay.
swimming on top of it. It was a very very bad dal, but then I've learned from YouTube. So I follow Chef Kunal Kapoor. He makes good things, and they're pretty easy to follow.
Mhm.
So recently, I learned how to make pav bhaji. I'd never eaten
Oh.
pav bhaji before.
Okay. Are you a single child of your parents, or do you have siblings too?
No, I have a younger brother.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. Hey, so see, you can say that if you do multiple things at once, you can say that I used to juggle or I juggle a lot of things.
Okay.
Or you can say I have a lot on my plate. I think you must know. Okay. See, you for busy, you can also say that I'm swamped with work. Swamped. Swamped with something means to be busy with something.
Okay.
Right.
From with work.
Swamped. It can be work. It can be household chores. Anything that keeps you occupied.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
So, how is your life these days? Has like, are you living comfortably? Comfortably in a sense, because I think as you grow older, things kind of become easier. You know what needs to be
Yes.
done.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you are correct because now it's this time I am very comfortable with doing household chores, managing my family, my daughter, everything. Earlier, I faced lots of problem like you, but now I can do everything very easily. Means I don't struggle a lot to do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And in the defense, we have to invite our juniors for like lunch or something. Then you have to host people. So that is also a problem because then you have to cook a lot. They have to be like starters and like main course and something sweet. And we don't have
Yes.
a maid. We don't. So I cook on my own. It's my
Okay.
way of learning. So when we go to other people's house, we see how much effort they're putting in, and then I think I can't do all of that. Because to make one sabzi it takes me like more than 1 hour. So
Oh.
you know
Suppose if you have to if you invited someone for lunch or dinner, so what
Mhm.
are the things mostly you prepare, because you are, I think, a new learner for cooking, so and how much do you struggle to cook all these items?
Right. See, so for starters, so we don't have an air fryer or anything, and we don't eat like junk food, so we don't like
Hmm.
to fry things. Because these days you can get these like frozen snacks, you can fry them or air fry them and serve them, but we don't like to eat them usually.
Yes.
So I just make hummus and I'll order some maybe pita bread or something. So so that's like the we can say starters, and maybe we'll make some drinks along with that, some watermelon juice or fresh lime soda or something.
Oh.
Right. And then I don't complicate it, to be honest. We tell our guests beforehand that we tell them what we'll be serving. So suppose it's pav bhaji, so then I'll boil all the vegetables in the morning itself and I'll make it. So
Uh-huh.
and then we'll give something for sweet like ice cream. So I don't
Mhm.
complicate it because I know that I'll not be able to do that. So
Yes.
I do one thing, but I make sure that I make it nicely.
Nicely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So, right, let's do an activity. Okay. I will show
Mhm.
you a picture and you have to make a story around it. Okay.
Yeah. I have never done this before, but I try my best to do it.
Right. Uh,
Yeah.
it's not difficult. It is, you just have to share whatever comes to your mind.
Just one more episode.
Right.
On after seeing this, I have to create a story. This only picture.
Yeah. So, suppose the person in the picture is a main character. So, you can tell me about him. Does his life look like? You can elaborate, give some details. What is he doing? What is he up to?
Create a story.
Yes, yes. Whatever comes to your mind, you can just share. Use your imagination.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it's not like a story that whatever comes in my mind, I
Yeah.
can say it to you.
See, if
Yeah.
you can make a story, it's fine. But if you just want to share your opinion, what you think is
Hmm.
going on.
I think this is this after seeing this picture, I can say that he is very like fond of watching movies or
Mhm.
TV shows.
Right.
And the second is he is I think lethargic type of people. The way
Right.
he is laying on the bed, on the couch I can say it is little bit, that person is little bit lethargic. And another thing is that he has uh, the habit of watching means TV or for a longer time.
Hmm.
And positive, if I talk about positive things, so maybe he is a person who is always want to keep himself updated with new things.
Okay.
And maybe after after doing lots of work, he just lay down and to get some relax.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can say after having a hectic day, he just lie down in his bed to unwind. Unwind means relax. Okay.
Unwind.
Now
Okay.
I'll teach you a few new words. Okay. So you can open a chat box, so it'll be
Uh,
easier for you.
just wait, ma'am. Let me take out the screenshot.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Right. See, the first word is movie aficionado. See, aficionado is a very simple word which means an enthusiast. If you like something, if you have knowledge about it, you're enthusiastic about it, that makes you an aficionado.
Yes. Yes.
So suppose somebody's a football aficionado. So means that they know a lot about football, they play football, they have knowledge about it, okay, and they follow whatever is happening,
Mm-hmm.
follow football. Same goes with movies also. These people they know about movies and actresses, what's going on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, for a lazy person, you can call them a couch potato.
Yes.
Okay. Couch potato means staying in couch all day watching TV or just like kind of
Mm-hmm.
wasting time. Okay. So the third word is cooped up. Cooped up means stay in an enclosed space for a long time. Suppose if you don't leave your room all day, it means you're cooped up in your room all day.
Okay.
Now these days you can say these days children they don't go out much. They like to stay cooped up in their rooms
Mm-hmm.
and screwed on their mobile phones. Like that.
Mm.
Okay. And I think procrastination you must know when you keep on delaying
Yeah.
something.
Yes.
Right. Right. And unwind means relax. So
Mm-hmm.
so we can say that maybe after having a hectic day, he's just unwinding, by watching a movie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, are you fond of watching TV and series also?
No, I am not fond of watching movies or TV like series. Because earlier I was working, and even before marriage also, my father was very strict, and so that's the reason. Yes, I am fond of like songs and listening to songs, but not movies. But as my husband and daughter, they are very fond of, so I just give them company.
Right.
Yeah.
I can empathize with you. So, when I was growing up, my dad was also very strict. So, he was in the Air Force actually. And we got our first color TV, like a proper TV, when I was in seventh standard. Before that,
Yeah.
we had a small black and white TV, and my dad refused to buy a color TV because he knew that we would spend most of our time watching
Yes.
cartoons.
Even my father was also in military.
And oh, okay, wonderful. That's very nice. Okay.
So few of the places like Bhatinda
Mm.
and Assam, Abohar, these are the things because that time I was very small.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. No, that's also true because you can't take the families everywhere, especially in
yeah,
like hard areas. Okay.
yeah.
So even my husband, he's in the Navy. My father was in the Air Force, and I have an uncle, and my brother is also in the Army. So
Oh,
I think I have people from all the different forces in my life.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So do you like to travel? I'm fond of traveling.
No, I am not fond of traveling because I have headache issue like migraine problem, and
Hmm.
as I live in Mumbai, and even earlier I was working there, I didn't get holidays like more than only one day I got, like Sunday was only for me holiday, and the same with my husband too. So that's the reason we avoid traveling. Only in Mumbai, the local places we visit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even for me, I am an introvert. I don't like traveling that much either. Plus, our job is such that we have to travel. So
Yes.
even if you don't want to, you have to once in a while, and
Yeah.
that's enough for me.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, what kind of songs do you like to hear?
I like old song, movie song because like 90s mostly,
Okay.
and all mostly many songs are my favorite. But nowadays, like 1.5 year, I have been learning English language. So I
Mhm.
whenever I have means leisure time, I only practice and connect with learners and with tutors, and I practice, and only I practice. Earlier I used to listen, but I think that last 1.5 year I have not listened any of the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're devoting most of your time to learning English.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing a good job. You're speaking very fluently. So I think you've come a long way. I don't know from
Yes.
where you started, but I think you're at a very good place now in terms of your English.
Actually, I completed my graduation many years ago from Hindi medium school.
Okay.
And after that, there was a huge gap. And in that period, I was not connected with any English stuff. Only when I have started when I started teaching to my daughter, then means I connected with English language. Yeah.
Okay. See, when you say teaching to my daughter, so to is not required. You can say when I started
Teaching
teaching my
daughter.
daughter. Okay.
Okay, teaching mind. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that happens. Sometimes you just have to do things. You know,
Yeah.
go out of your way to learn something. Right.
Yes.
So apart from English, are there any other skills that you want to inculcate?
I am very good cook, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Apart from that, I also learned photography, and I
Mm.
also did like professional photography because after my education,
Mm.
I completed web designing and worked for 15 years. And then in the meanwhile, I also learned photography. And in my leisure time, I have my professional camera. I shoot sometimes. Yeah. But nowadays I reduce, as I told, I totally focus on this thing. Yeah.
So, what kind of photographs do you like to take? Is it like nature or people?
Earlier I was used to shoot like wedding photography for wedding photos,
Hmm.
and like studio photos also. That when we visit in a studio, that can I can shoot very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm very camera shy. I don't like my pictures being taken or like making videos. So, are you comfortable with the camera?
Earlier I was not, but
Okay.
now I am. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because for me, I don't know how to pose. So whenever somebody taking my picture, I get confused. Like, what kind of expression should I make? How should I stand? Where should I keep my arms? So that's
But
very
I
important.
think nowadays, means we no need to give pose because people this time these days prefer to like candid photos,
Mm.
natural photos. Yeah.
Actually, that's the thing that I did for my wedding day. So I told the photographer, like, don't ask me to do anything. Just take pictures as things are going, and like, don't let me see that you're taking pictures because then I get self conscious.
Oh,
So yeah, but I think the pictures turned out to be better than I expected.
yes, yes.
Yeah, right. Because I think sometimes you underestimate yourself. You just think that maybe you're not that great, but when you look from third person's point of view, then you think that okay, maybe it's not that bad.
No, you are looking so beautiful, man.
Uh, Thank you. Okay. So I love to indulge in self care. So I like to eat healthy. I like to exercise. I take care of my skin. So do you have a self care routine?
Self-care routine, yes, I do everyday yoga as
Right.
well as meditation. Yeah, those two things I do on regular basis. Some days I skip because of some. works. Otherwise, I try my best to do both of the things regular basis.
Okay. Like, how has yoga and meditation helped you? Because I don't do any of those, so I would love to know.
It helps me, like for if you have means some problem, medical problem or some health issue, so you can resolve by doing this on a regular basis. Along with that, if you give only 20 minutes every day for
Mhm.
yoga, so your whole entire day you will feel energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's this word called equanimous. Equanimous. Equanimous means when you're completely at peace, mind, body, and soul. So you can say that yoga helps you feel equanimous.
Equanimous. Okay.
Equanimous means calm and composed.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Mhm.
So, like, how do you deal with stress? There are days when you get stressed, overwhelmed. So, how do you like to unwind?
Sometimes it's very difficult to overcome, but yes, now after doing many things and with experiencing all these things, now I can handle it easily, because I think experience matters a lot,
Right,
and it helps us to means overcome from that. And as for like if I talk about yoga and meditation, so yes, it's really very helpful to overcome from stress.
right.
Yeah.
Like for me, I like to read books. I feel like when I'm reading, it helps me to divert my mind from whatever is troubling me. Even if I'm angry, I like to read books so that, I'm not thinking about what I'm angry about. It kind of
I
calms me.
think for me, I don't read books. Sometimes I think a cup of tea also helps me to get rid of stress.
Right. I think,
Yeah.
a warm cup of tea or coffee, it kind of gives you comfort.
Yeah.
If you just sit quietly with your cup of coffee, you just enjoy it. So, yeah, it helps a lot.
Yes.
See, there's one more idiom. It's called fly off the handle. So, fly off the
Oh,
handle means to become angry very fast. That there are people, they'll just get angry, you know. So,
yeah.
if somebody gets angry easily, you can say that they fly off the handle easily.
They fly off the handle easily. Okay.
So suppose you have a boss and he tends to get angry on like small, minor things. So you can say that, be careful when you speak to him because he flies off the handle. Like that.
He
Right.
flies off the hand easily.
Right. So do you get angry or do you like remain calm and composed mostly?
Sometimes I, what word you use? Let me use. I some days I fly off the handle very soon, but I try my best to be means cool and composed.
Right. I think as humans, it is normal to get angry or lose your cool once in a while.
Yes,
Which I think it's fine. But I think majority of the times, if you are calm and composed, that's good. But
yes,
sometimes it happens.
yeah,
Okay. So we've learned many new words today, like morning lark, juggle. You can say I have a
yeah.
lot on my plate. I'm swamped with work. Aficionado and couch potato, cooped up, procrastination, unwind, equanimous, and fly off the handle. And so just revise all of the words.
Yes, sure.
See, apart from that, I think your grammar is really good. You're very fluent. The only thing that you can do is enhance your vocabulary because there is no dearth of words. So the more words you
Yeah.
learn, the better it is.
Yeah. Nowadays, I means I am doing like learning vocabs, idioms, but some days when I connect with tutors, still I am not able to use those words.
Yeah.
But really nowadays I practice more. Like with only I take only one or two words and try to make many sentences as possible, so that I can use that word easily.
Right. I think
Yeah.
once you start consciously incorporating words, they just become a part of your vocabulary.
Yes, yes.
So next time, if you want to say that yoga helps me calm down, you can say yoga helps me, feel equanimous.
Yeah,
Or you can say I'm swamped with work today, I'll not be able to come. So it is just, minor changes that you can make.
yeah, yes, yes.
Okay. Right then, I believe our session is about to end. So I would say it was very nice speaking with you.
And I also really enjoyed this session